everyone, welcome to the video this week. So I'm going to be interviewing Jennifer. She was a patient that was referred to us from the Helping Hands doulas. So she's quite a ways along in the pregnancy, and everyone should get a doula, so get in contact with them, they're really great. And why did they send you to me?
So I'm 35 weeks pregnant and she's breached. So my doulas recommended me to see Dr. Marco to try and turn her.
Okay, so we always say that we actually don't turn babies, but what we do is we try to optimize the pelvis so that the baby has the best opportunity to kind of do what it needs to do, and hopefully that would be in part getting into the right position. Because if somebody's pelvis is kind of shifted off like this, it can make the hole where the baby's head is supposed to go a little bit, just not quite as open as it should be, and that can sometimes the baby's head will go engage a little bit, and then it'll come back up and it won't just stay down because it's not quite. So if we can optimize the pelvis, which is what we do in a special technique, we try to make sure that that hole is as big as it can and help the baby kind of do what it needs to do to get in the right position. So tell them about the exam and the experience and all that.
So my favorite so far is this pillow because I haven't been able to lay on my stomach for quite some time and it's really comfortable. The exam, it was different. I've seen many chiropractors before and I've never had the exam prior to, getting adjusted and learning that there's so much more to getting adjusted than just, cracking your neck and, pushing on some spots on your back. I didn't know that it was so much to do with connecting from your brain to your nerve endings, and it was really informative and I highly recommend it.
Yeah. So that's one of the big things that most people, when they come here, when they go through the exam process, I almost call it like an education process as they're going along. So we're doing a lot of specific testing, sometimes with the eyes closed to see if the brain can feel the body and if there's any imbalances that show up in the nerve system, then that's what we work with, because the brain and the nervous system is what controls all the other systems in the body. So, the immune system, the respiration, the digestion, all of those systems are sort of generally commanded by the brain and the nerve system, and even the uterus, the pregnancy, all those hormones, all of that stuff needs to be really finely regulated. And it's important that the nervous system is as free and functioning as possible to make sure that the pregnancy, and there's been some studies in chiropractic showing that pregnancies often are quicker or less painful when everything is in balance before you go do that. So especially if you're having your first baby and this kind of thing is a new experience. So like I said, doulas on the one end is really, really good. A midwife, that would be great. So you have that sort of support team because you're going to have a new little entity with you for the rest of your life as soon as that comes out. So you kind of got to know what to do, and they're really good at helping with that. Yeah. And what we do is try to make sure that the process goes as good as possible and everything is as balanced as possible and there's proper control of that whole process, because it takes a lot of energy, a lot of coordination, and everything has to be working. And you don't want to be out of balance and in a lot of pain and excessive pain and stuff like that, and distracting you from what you need to do to get the job done, so to speak. So in our office we actually have a graduation of pillows. We have the first sort of pillow with a little hole, that's from month 3 to about month 5 or 6, and then we kind of graduate into this one where I've had a lot of pregnant women in their 9th month saying, man, I wish I could take this home with me.
I want this pillow.
It's a very, very special pillow. And then after the baby's born, then we can put the baby in here and check the newborn baby in here too, and that kind of thing, or on top of mom, and it's a really great little thing that we have to make that whole experience very comfortable. So if there's any pregnant women out there and you're looking for some help and making sure you can have an optimal birth and pregnancy and the whole bit, we're here for you, and as Jennifer says, do it. All right, so here we are doing the follow-up video. So I have some good things to report. So tell us what happened.
So the baby turned. I'm 37 weeks. I didn't have to do the ECV, which is where they manually turn the baby.
From the outside.
Yeah, from the outside. I went for my ultrasound last Friday, and she was already head down. So
that's what we like. So like I said, I did the Webster technique on her the first day she came in. It went really quite well, and I already had a good feeling that it was going to happen. But sometimes a lot of movement doesn't necessarily mean that the child goes head down, but we checked it again. I did do it one other time. Other than doing that, I'm just doing the regular network care in between sessions. Whenever that parameter shows up to do the Webster one, I did it one more time. And other than that, so she kind of put the pressure on a little bit, because we only had like a week. I don't remember what it was, like a week to kind of before she had to do this external thing. And so luckily everything's went the way we wanted it to, and that's a really good. So hopefully we'll have the good, healthy vaginal birth where we want the way things to come out as best we can in a natural way. So, awesome. We'll keep going. Thanks.